Welcome back to the Tangled Skein CA. My name is Sue, also known as Crafty Knitter 7. Today is November 2nd, 2019, and we're about 9 o'clock in the evening. I've had a few issues trying to get this set up, so bear with me. Took my glasses off because there was a glare and it looked like I had a line straight across my face, like I was wearing makeup or something. I'm also standing up at my new sewing table that my husband put together for me today, so we'll see how that goes. If I move too much, tell me, because I probably won't notice. Hopefully the lighting is okay. Like I said, it's 9 o'clock at night. So let's get into things. Oh, I finished my sweater and it's downstairs, so I'm gonna pause just for a second. Okay, I'm back. Now, the reason I stopped and went downstairs was because I finished my throwback. Literally the night before I went to Knit City, so it's been a good month. 5 weeks since I've recorded. Just couldn't get the timing right. Ooh, I'm out of breath. So I finished my throwback. It is by Andrea Mowry. My notes are right down here. I made it out of Cascade Superwash Aran, and the colorways were 817 Aran, which is the whites. 1946 is the silver. Deep Jungle, oh, I don't have the colorway for that one, so the Deep Jungle I think is the green. And 893 is Ruby. I knit this on a size 5mm and a 5.5, which is a US 8 and a 9. So it came out quite beautiful, blocked out really nice, really happy with it. Let's see if I can get you a picture. I don't like what it's doing, so when I'm wearing it, it's kind of folding. Just put it on, it'll be easier. Sorry, standing up, yep, gotta get used to that. So I'm gonna put it on so you can see. And I'm wearing my Fingering Is My Favorite by Ginger Snap. So, there we go. So what it does is, see, it kind of folds. So I think I need to steam block it so it'll fit better. It'll sit better. But it fits really nice. I can pull it over like this. The color work is just perfect. It's just the right length, just at the middle of my butt cheeks. So yeah, that's pretty happy with it. I made the sleeves, I think it's the 4 inches that she called for, and so I can fold them if I need to. So it's kind of fluffy right now. I've been wearing it a lot. It was literally still wet when I put it on, and I actually wore it on the way there, and so it kind of finished drying on the plane, so to speak. So that is done. I'm super happy with it. Not complicated. Can you tell it's late at night? Not complicated color work. I also, which I will insert either somewhere here if I can get the new software I have to work, or I'll insert it at the end. I got a picture of it with Andrea Mowry at Knit City. She thought it was gorgeous. She's gorgeous. Yeah, she really loved it, and I told her it was my first color work sweater, and so yeah, it's done. I'm happy. So the other thing I have is called cloud slippers. I literally cast these on yesterday. Find the pattern here. So this is what they are. And they are by Adrienne, oh, it's too late at night, I can't speak. Adrienne Sullivan, and these are out of Cascade 220 Superwash Aran, but it's, I skein them up double. So they're double stranded because I needed a bulky weight. So super soft, awesome, didn't take hardly any yarn at all. But the funny thing is, this is what they look like. But, you know, once they stretch on a size 10.5 man's foot, it works. My son tried it on. So you knit it flat and then you sew up the back and the bottom, and then you cinch the top. So there are 2 of them. This is one of his Christmas gifts because I must love him. And I knit that on size 10 millimeter. There's the size on here. I saw it. Okay, so 10 millimeter, which is a US 15. And these are my late mother-in-law's needles because I couldn't find the cable for my Haya sharps. So it was really interesting knitting on straights again. Difficult to get used to, but it was awesome. So knitting on those, I know she's staring at me from above, loving it. So yeah, I love that. And the bag is part of stash, so I will show you that later. And I'm probably going to cast on a pair for my son because he tried them on and he's like, ooh, comfy. So what's next? And I didn't bring my husband's sweater up. So I am knitting on the Lumberjack. I will put a picture in at the end. I am on the collar part. So as if you've watched before, and this is not your first time, you know that I knit it in the round. It's a round, it's a cardigan knit in the round, but I steeked it. So that was interesting. And now I am doing the collar part. So it's like a shawl collar. It folds over and it's supposed to stop here, and that's where the rest of the sweater joins, but I'm doing ribbing up and down, and then I'm going to add a zipper. So I'll add a picture in after. It's by Marzena Kołaczek. Probably butchered that, but hey. Valley Yarn Superwash DK, which I got at Stitches Midwest a few years ago. And it's a light gray, and I knit it on a 3.5 and a 4 millimeter, which is a US 4 and 6. So the other thing I'm knitting on, did I even bring it up here? And I didn't bring that either. I'm gonna pause again. I'll go get both. And I'm back once again. So sorry about that. Went downstairs, got my husband's sweater, my sweater, and then he was like, oh, do you have my socks? Because I finished his socks as well. I finished those before I went to Knit City, I think. So these socks, as you can see, they're his. They're a little bit bigger. These are just a basic ribbed sock pattern, but I think, pattern did I use this time? The Wendy D Johnson toe-up socks with a difference, I think. So yeah, I did a different heel. Seems to like it. There's Fluff because he's worn them. But I used a Knit Picks Felici in the Baker Street colorway. These were knit on 2.5 millimeters. And I literally knit the entire ball for each sock. And that's hair. And I do have 2. The other one's just over there. So that's another FO. So I'm on a roll. So done. Yes. And let's pull out his sweater. The only difficult thing about having a butcher block countertop is there's stuff everywhere. Oops, sorry about that. So this is being housed in a bag that I got from Knit for Brains. She had this on sale. I love it. There's a needle case. All her bags come with needle cases. The reason it was on sale is because it doesn't line up here. But who cares? I love it. Okay, so this is attached. Probably, am I at the start of a row? No, I'm somewhere in the middle because, you know, that's what knitters do. So I'll just basically show you if I can. So this is what I'm on. This was part of the, you did short row shaping to get the wide part. And now I'm knitting, that's where I did a crochet. I crocheted on both sides and then cut in the middle, and you can see where the steek is. But so it's going to be ribbed like this, and then I'm going to add a zipper. So it's a fairly big sweater. Oh, sorry. Very big sweater. So basically it's supposed to come like this because that's making total sense. Anyway, This is his sweater. It's getting there. Very long rows, 1 by 1 rib. Yes, I will get it. So let me just put that, let's just put that right here because we have shells. So that is almost done. Hoping to get it done sometime in November. Sorry if this seems to be like a little blue, but it is what it is. So the next thing on my needles, because you know, one has to just cast on all the things when they get all the pretty yarn. So this yarn, I'm going to start by the yarn. It's a little bit blown out. It's better back here. This is ArcticCrafts, and it is her Fine Merino DK. The colorway is Virginia Tabacco. It's so soft. You might recall that I knit with her Arctic Gold. I knit a cowl for her for a shop sample, which she actually used recently. And so getting back to this, it's the Daybreak Tee by Destiny Meyer, and not the greatest picture, but it's kind of similar to the one I test knit for Pip and Pin, the Noni. It's got the lace kind of here. So I found that, loved it, cast it on, and so it's a bottom up, and I alternated skeins. Not going to be able to show you too much, but I alternated skeins to join the second ball, and now I'm at the third ball. There, that's a better representation of it. So they're telling me to knit to 12 and 12.75 inches, but I need a little bit more than that to get to my underarm for it to fall where I want it to fall. So this is a progress keeper from my friend Bente. Bente, that's how you say it. So, 'cause it's green and I love it. So this is being knit on a 5mm US 8. What a surprise. So the stockinette part is almost done. I showed you the yarn. It's being housed in a bag that Selma made when she was making bags a while back. I've got fluff everywhere. So, and of course it's bees, and I love bees because my husband's an entomologist and he studied honeybees, and it goes perfect. It's the perfect bag for my sweater. So now that I'm home, I will be able to alternate skeins for the third ball, because I basically didn't have any at work the other day and I couldn't do anything because, you know, knitters, we plan. And next, so the last thing that I cast on, because, you know, I cast on all the things. Zippers, so sorry. I'm surprising my daughter for Christmas with the Veronica cardigan. So it's by Very Shannon, who is Shannon Cook. She's Canadian. This is what the pattern looks like. And there are some really, really nice pictures of it on the back here. So it's just a big, squishy, cozy, and you can see it's just got, I think you join here for the armholes. It's just a big, squishy top. What can I say? I'm knitting it on 5mm, which is a US 8. Seems to be a theme here, right? So I cast this on using my Hayas, and yeah, so this is the beginning. This part will make the shawl collar, so I'm increasing right here up to the stitch marker, and I have a progress keeper on here that I really, really love. This is Knit Picks Sport, Brava Sport in black, because I'm crazy and I love my daughter a lot. So these are 2 strands held together to make it worsted, and I'm also going to use the same yarn to make a hat for her boyfriend. So that's going. It's kind of really easy and mindless. It's stretchy. This stuff is acrylic. It is so soft. It's just incredible. So she doesn't know that's coming. So big surprise. And it's in a bag that I got at Knit City, which I will show you in a little bit. So I think that's it for the knitting. So I guess it's on to stash, and I have a lot of it. I wasn't gonna do a stash reveal, but Shella kind of talked me into it. She's the Baddie Knitter. If you haven't watched her podcast, you need to go over and do that. Like, stop this, go there, go there, go there now, do it. She's amazing. Love her to pieces. But she convinced me to do it because she's like, I love seeing stash. A lot of people love seeing stash. If they don't want to see stash, they'll just stop the video. So I'm going to show you my stash from Knit City. A few other things that have come in. I have a giveaway from a new yarn dyer who is in Ontario, Canada. And if you don't want to stick around, see you next time. But if you do, here it goes. So I got a lot of patterns, but I did get patterns that I wanted to buy yarn for. So one that this is just becoming a hot mess. One that I had to have, stash, was, sorry. So I wanted this one, and I was going to get yarn and the pattern because it's gorgeous. And so this is the Supplanter by Cozy Up Knits. Isn't that gorgeous? Those cables. There's another picture here, but it'll be too hard to see. So I got the hard copy. Oh, there's a download code. Cool. So I got the hard copy because I wanted, that was one thing I was going to buy when I got there because I was going to get the yarn. And the yarn I got 3 skeins of it. And of course it's Ginger Snap, because how can you not buy Ginger Snap's DK Luxe? Oh no. Oh, did I get the wrong stuff? This is DK. I bought the wrong yarn. I bought Zest Fingering, and I needed DK. Well, not sure how that's going to work out. So this is Concrete, Zest Fingering. I should have got her DK Luxe. I'm not sure what happened or what I was thinking, but hey, I guess I'll use it in something else. So it's just really gorgeous. So I've got 3 of those, and now that I know that it's fingering and not DK, I have to figure out what DK I'm going to use from my stash, I think, and then this will have to be something else, because yay me. Oops. What can you do? The other thing that I picked up, and sorry, I'm off screen again. It's a couple more patterns. One of them was free, and it's from José Paquin, who is You and I Knit, and she was giving this pattern away free at Knit City. So it's a really cute hat. Got her little autograph there. She was sitting at the table with a group of us, with me, Marcia, Laura, and Scylla, Marcia's sister, and a bunch of other ladies, and she was our guest person. And so pub quiz is something they do in the UK, and so it was really fun. We had a lot of fun, and the autograph is kind of an inside joke because she was actually knitting on this at the table. Marcia wanted the pattern, got her to autograph it, and actually kept the pattern Jose was using. So it was quite funny. So that's that. I don't... this is DK, so I'll find some DK in my stash. The other thing I bought was, when I went to her booth, I was looking at the sweaters that were there, and I fell in love with this. Droplet Mist. It's stunning. I absolutely love it. So I went on a mission to get yarn for it. And I've been wanting to try this yarn. And I figured I'm just going to do it. It's the Holst Garn. And this is called Holst Garn Coast Flint. I think Flint is the color. Coast Flint must be the color. So this is a 55 lamb's wool, 45 cotton. And this is a 50-gram ball, which is 383 yards. And that's it. So it's kind of like the color here. It's kind of similar, except hers has a little bit of blue in it. And so I have 5 of these, I think. Yep, I have 5 of these. So I got these from Glenda, who is from Wet Coast Wools. Love Glenda. And so she helped me pick out the yarn for it. I have to swatch, of course. So that's going to be coming on the needles in January, because we're going to be doing a stash and pattern stash down with yarn, both. So that, yeah, that happened. I'm just going to grab a little drink here. And while I was at the booth, because I saw this Eco Hemp, well, and of course, you know, I thought these would look really good together. The rustic and the green. And this is Cascade Yarns, and it is a 80% Peruvian wool, 20% hemp, 328 yards. And is there color number 5? Not sure what that is. I'll try and put it in the show notes. And this is color, the green is color number 19. So I think I'm going to make a 2-colored shawl with this. Any suggestions? I think it might be DK, possibly. Calls for 4.5 to 5 millimeters. So DK, worsted, not sure. So I have that. Stick that over there. The other pattern I got, and it is, where are my books? There's my books. I test knit the Noni sweater. So when I went to Knit City, I got a picture of it. Sorry, I've got so much stuff here. I got a picture of it with Pip and Pin, who is Megan. And I bought the book. Got it autographed. Got my picture of my test knit with her. And just find a picture. So this is what it looks like. So now you understand the lace. What I mean by this looking kind of, the top looks kind of like the Daybreak Tee I'm making. So this is basically, it's a booklet. It's got a crop top, a dress, and a regular length sweater. So you've got all 3 patterns in this little book, which I bought and I loved it. And then for knitting the test knit for her, she gave all of her testers a free pattern, and I've been wanting to cast this on forever. I've been looking at this, the pattern detail, the stitch detail. It's a honeycomb brioche cardigan, and it's called Mema. And I think I have the perfect yarn in my stash. I'm pretty sure. I think this, sorry, is this fingering? Needles, gauge, abbreviation, yarn. Madtosh Merino Light. So it's a single ply fingering. So I might try and figure out how to do this with a sport, because I have a sport weight yarn that I bought at Twist a few years back that I was making into a, so faded? Is that the one piece? And I'm not really liking it in that. So I'm thinking maybe this stitch will kind of change my mind. So I got that book. I also got Take Heart, a Transatlantic Knitting Journey by Fiona Alice. So, yeah, Fiona Alice, which is an amazing book. And what caught my eye in this book, now do they have the patterns at the front? They do not. This is what caught my eye when I leafed through the book. And there's also, there's a glove and hat pattern. I think, yeah, that's it. A hat and glove pattern that caught my eye as well. Isn't that just gorgeous? So I might even have yarn for that. So there are quite a few patterns in here. It's quite a nice book, and I was really happy to be able to get my hands on it. So there. I have 2 other books that I bought. We went to a talk on the Friday night with Arnie and Carlos. And let me tell you, they are hilarious. They are so funny. Arnie is just like, the jokes are just coming out. Carlos is putting up with him most of the time, but they told us the story from the very beginnings of how everything started with them separately when they met and how it continued up to today. So I got 2 books, and I'm going to blame Marcia for this one because we saw it and we were like, balls, Christmas balls. We need to make balls, all the balls. And yeah, that's how that started. So we both went and bought this book, 55 Christmas Balls to Knit, Colorful Festive Ornaments. And basically they've redone the cover. So the original cover was them a long time ago, and they redid the cover and added the new photo. But if you look on the back, those are some of the Christmas ball ornaments. And I think, is it this one that has them inside? Does it show them all? I don't think it shows them all. Let me just quickly, like some of the photos in here. Yeah, I don't think it has a picture of all of them. But in the end, I was really happy that I bought it. There's so many beautiful patterns in here. And so that's going to happen very soon. So thanks, Marcia. Let's knit balls together. That's what Canadians do, right? The other one I got was called Field Guide to Knitted Birds, over 40 handmade projects to liven up your roost. And if you'll notice, the cover is Arnie and Carlos. That's Arnie, that's Carlos. So this is amazing. So it does have all the birds you can knit. And it shows you, like, they're all pretty much color work. It shows you different techniques. What I really like is they came up with this. So, trying not to get a glare. The stand here, they couldn't figure out what to use to make the bird stand up, so they actually created this. So this is like a dipped metal of some sort, and then this is the same metal, but it's wrapped in, I think it's, I'm not sure if it's yarn, but you know, look at these. They're just gorgeous. Yeah. Sorry with the ums. And I did get an autograph, so I did get them to autograph it. So that was really a lot of fun. The other thing I got when I was at the You and I Knit booth is Frankie. So it's a woman's sweater, but a man can wear it. And we were talking, and she's actually in the middle of designing a men's version. So I'm going to be contacting her to see where she's at with that, because that would be awesome. So I'm thinking Sean needs a colorwork sweater, which isn't too bad. It's only a little bit of colorwork right there. So another pattern I bought. All right. So I showed the wet coast wools. I showed all that stuff. Yeah. So the other thing I got, and this was put aside for me because I love Katie and Atelier Nekazuki knits. I love her bags. This is her label. She is such an amazing bag maker. She works so hard. Her booth is beautiful. Love her booth. And so, sorry about that. I had seen her updates on Instagram, and I saw this sheep bag that I had to have. She put it aside for me because she's a sweetheart. And then she came out with this one. So I kind of changed my mind. Can you see why? Because cats. And it's a little more subtle than a white, yellow, and black bag. So it's got these nice handles here. I'm trying not to... There's no pocket inside, but I know how to add one myself, so I might do that. And then the inside is this beautiful fabric. So I love it. It's got really long straps, so it can easily go over your shoulder. It's really great. I haven't been using it because I wanted to show it on the podcast and not forget. The other thing that I got for her, from her, and it's holding my daughter's sweater, is a box bag. And I saw these. There was one in this color, so it's got cats. Can you see a theme? I try to wash, housekeeping, slow life. So I saw these, and this is more of a mustard. Kind of, that's a little bit better. I guess the color's a bit off. And so I saw these, and she had one in blue. So right away, I was like, oh, I need to get one for me and Bente. So you can't, there you go, you can see that. So hers is dark blue with the cats. And what I really love about Katie's bags is the beautiful handle. It's a really big handle. But she has tabs on both sides of the bag. So whether you're opening, like if you're opening it, you've got something to hold on to. And I'll try not to do this in front of the mic. When you're closing it, you've got something to hold on to. So I really love that part of her bags. It's really great. It's very well made. These are 2 double cakes. So 2 huge worsted cakes of yarn in here, and there's like so much room left. The other thing that I got was this bag, and there's a story behind this one. So Scylla, who is Marcia's sister, had bought a bag for a friend. And I was just like, so 2 sticks in you. I need that bag. I need a bag exactly like that. My screen just went blank. Sorry about that. So I was like, I must have this. So it's on both sides. And the inside is just a beautiful teal. But it's got a box bottom, so it sits. So we went to the booth, of course, my hemmed and hawed, and then I'm like, oh, just take me to the booth. They didn't have any more of this one. She was really nice. Scylla was really nice and said, I'll get a purple one for my friend. It doesn't matter. And she gave me the greenish teal one. Such a sweet person. I loved having another weekend with those ladies. It was great. So that is awesome. All right. I got some stuff from Burning Impressions, some little gauge rulers, which I don't have in front of me, which is, it is what it is. I got a mug, which is sitting over there. So I got another mug from Cozy Up Knits because, where's the other one? I only have one right here already, but I got another one because why not? And then I got this little pouch. Isn't this the cutest? I already have a project bag by them. But isn't this the cutest thing? Those are the sisters. So it's just a plain little pouch with just a basic inside. But this thing, it's full. In here, I actually have my twist button from Twist this year, the cat. In here is Kleenex, reusable straw. I have 2 tins that I actually got there. Firefly Notes. I bought 2 tins. So this one, it came empty. I'm trying to really get that to focus. And then this one had some honeycomb shaped stitch markers in it, but I had to get it because, of course, it's a bee. I've got a measuring tape. I've got a row counter, elastics. I've got lozenges, pens, lip seal. I've got these pinned on the inside, so if I ever need them. And so basically, one bag to the next, besides my wallet and my phone and keys, I just take this and throw it in. So Bente and I both have one, and hers has yellow on the top. So that I love it. I'm so glad I bought that. I don't know where to put things anymore. I'm just going to get a quick drink here. And, of course, you know, I had to get this because Shella bought one. Kind of a red color. And I saw it and I was, oh, such bad. So it's Schmutzerella yarns. Morphing mini skein 6-pack. This is Colonel Mustard's Demise. So it is sweet fingering weight, 75 superwash merino, 25 nylon. Each mini is 92 yards or 20 grams. So it's 552 yards or 120 grams. And it's hard to see with the light. There we go. So dark green over here all the way to like a mustard. And there is a pattern I want to use for this. It's a striped shawl. The name's not coming to me right now. But yeah, it's pretty. Well worth it. Well worth it. Okay. So I did all those things. Yeah. So other handmade goodies. I totally missed this booth at Knit City. And then I saw pictures of these ladies with these messenger bags. And I was like, where did you get that? I need one now. And I wanted the green. So they all had their different color. Chrissy had green because Chrissy and I are soulmates. Everything, it's green. And so I contacted, it is Handmade by Woo. Let me just see if I can find. So that, they're two sisters, beautiful bags. So this is my messenger bag. It's got pockets on both sides, which is really nice. It's got this beautiful sewn on logo, two little leather handles here, and then you've got the strap, which can be, you can make it longer. Fortunately, it's not quite long enough for me because I have a tall torso. So I'm gonna jury rig something with another strap I have. But it's big. Like, it's really big. It's got pockets on the inside. It's really well made. So I absolutely love that. So I got that in the mail. Literally had to bring it upstairs and empty it because all my stuff was in it. And then they posted these. Such a sucker. Such a sucker. So they posted, I'm looking down here, sorry. These, oh, and that would be needles falling out because, oops, I wasn't careful. They posted these. Little fluff is just from the leather strap. So I wasn't really careful enough and I got some needles fall out, but that's my bad. So this is what it looks like. This has all my cords, and then you lift it. And I put all my highs in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a Sharpie marker and I'm going to mark the sizes because I want to keep this bag with me at all times so that I always have needles and cords with me if ever I need to cast on a project or I need to put it on a longer needle because I want to, you know, look at it or, you know, whatever needs to be done. So it's got a leather strap. Not quite sure how to hold it together yet, but it matches my bag. It's army green. So that's amazing. Be careful I don't drop it. Don't want to drop what's in there. Pardon my reach. All right, we're coming to the end, I swear. The giveaway is the last thing, so it'll be worth it. I had a friend in town who was destashing a bowl that she got from Rhinebeck, I'm not sure when, but it's Jenny the Potter. And if you know Rhinebeck, you know Jenny the Potter. Her stuff is really hard to get, like really hard to get. So she was destashing this. So I'm just gonna twirl it around so you can see it. It's beautiful. And so she had never used it, so I wanted to buy it because I did not go to Rhinebeck this year. I went to Knit City instead. Last year I did both. It was a bit much in 1 month. And then on the inside, you can see it's really pretty. So I had this sitting beside me on the couch where I knit in our family room. So I got that. And before the giveaway yarn pops up, my husband was in Texas with his best friend. They were in a store. They saw this mug, and the first thing his friend Nathan said was, "Oh, that'd be great for Sue." Did my husband bring it home? No, he did not. And so, don't take offense, but this is like the most amazing mug ever. Bente has something similar, and it's like, we're sisters at heart, I swear. So this is by Merriweather, and so I have her card here. Share Mighty Things. Merriweather 1976 on Instagram. So this is the information. I will link it in the show notes. So that mug will be used now. I will wash it and use it because duh. All right. So last thing, save the best to last. I found out about this yarn dyer from a friend at work who had gone to a market in Alexandria, Ontario, which is like an hour or so from Ottawa. And she brought me a business card that she brought me. Oh, do I have it here? Yes. She brought me a card. I don't know if it was this one or not. But yeah, so this one. So Jen Luchuk, I think that's how you say her name, independent yarn dyer. She's from Martintown, Ontario, and it's called For Real Life Yarns. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, For Real Life Yarns. And yeah, so this is her logo. She has just literally opened her Etsy shop yesterday, November 1st. But she was kind enough to send some yarn my way as a grand opening. I said I could do a giveaway if she wanted to, and she included yarn for me. And I was just, oh my God, it's me in a skein. It's fall, it's everything. So this is what she sent for me. So that's the tag. Is this not gorgeous? I think I'm going to cast on sockhead hat. I don't know. I need something. It's really soft. It's fingering weight 80/20 superwash merino wool and nylon. It's 357 yards, and this is pumpkin spice. It's a really different rendition of pumpkin spice, I have to say. So this caked up. I can't wait to see what it looks like when it's in a cake. But let's get to the good things. The good things. She sent 2 other skeins. This is fingering weight 75/25 superwash merino nylon, 436 yards, and this is Gingerbread House. And there's the, oops, her logo once again. Isn't that gorgeous? So the brown must represent the house, and then the colors is all the speckles and the cookies and the sprinkles. Yeah. And then the other one she sent is the same base, and it is called Pistachio. Her shop, it's not on here, is it? She's on Etsy. If you look for Real Life Yarns, you'll find her on Etsy, or you can email her at frlyarns@gmail.com. But I will link it in the show notes. I really love this. I'm going to put it up in my craft room. So what I want to do with these, I think, obviously I'm doing a giveaway. And I was going to give them away together, but I decided I'm going to give them away separately. And a lot of the yarns in her shop are holiday Christmas based. So I think what I'm going to do is open a thread in my Ravelry group, which is the Tangled Skein CA. Go on over there, pop in the thread, and I'm going to do 2 draws. So please tell me what your favorite holiday or Christmas or however you celebrate that time of year. Tell me what your favorite tradition is. If you have pictures, put pictures in. If you watch movies or sing songs, or you have, you know, there's something specific you do with your family, jot it in there. Our tradition here, we do celebrate Christmas, but the biggest tradition was something my husband bestowed upon me, begrudgingly. I do it because he loves it so much. But Christmas Eve every year, we watch Griswold's Family Christmas, so Christmas Vacation. That's the movie we watch every year. It's just what we do. He loves it. I love watching him watch it. I love watching him watch it and love it. And yeah, I do laugh because it grows on you. It just does. So what is your family tradition? Movies, songs, places, recipes, events, family gatherings. What is it you guys do? So if you pop that over in the thread, I will do the giveaway on the next time I record, which is probably 2 to 3 weeks. Let's be real. I tried multiple times to record this one. It did not happen, and I wasn't going to pressure myself. It comes out when it comes out. If you want to watch it, you watch it. If you don't, you don't. That's how I roll, basically. So, finished with that. 39 minutes. A lot shorter than I thought it would be. I think I've covered pretty much everything. Yep, I have. So, I will see you next time. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, show me some love, go over to the Ravelry group, join there if you haven't, and join the giveaway. So thank you for watching. Until next time, may the skein never be tangled, and may the needles always be nearby. Take care, everybody.